Well, the name of the book is Medium Raw. I don't know really what it's about. I know that I guess it's a natural extension of Kitchen Confidential in the sense that it's everything that's happened to me since and what I've seen that's changed in the world of cooking and dining since Kitchen Confidential. I mean, I think since people keep reading Kitchen Confidential, and it keeps selling, and it's the book that I'm most closely associated with, as the years pass, it's become a larger and larger and more obvious factor to me that the world has moved on in a lot of ways. It's okay to eat the fish on Monday. So I kind of wanted to address that, to talk about how cooks, kitchens, the whole scene has in many ways changed. So I think in a lot of ways the book's therapeutic in a Primal Scream kind of a way. It's funny, when I started to write the book, I started writing from the point of view of a guy in his 50s who's a new dad, who's looking back on life in a sort of, I had thought, a more philosophical, maybe even kinder, gentler way, from the point of view of a guy who's since Kitchen Confidential has traveled all over the world and seen a lot of things and changed in many ways. So I think I know that I really believed when I was writing the thing that it was going to be a more tempered and temperate book, that it would be kinder and gentler and cuddlier. And then during the copy editing process, I realized, Jesus, this is a mean, nasty book. I say some awful, awful things in there, even about people I love. So I'm really kind of, I'll be an Italian citizen by the end of the year, and I'm thinking I might be making that move a little faster than I had planned. I think if I'm honest with myself that my storytelling style goes straight back to an oral tradition of cooks telling stories in the kitchen, telling each other things. It's a very conversational style. I'd really love to be able to say, well, I've really been working on my art. And I've really been honing my craft over the last few years, but that's just not true. Same guy, same bad, my old English teacher is, going to wince. My mom, who was, copy editor for the Times for much of her life, will be grinding her teeth with rage looking at this book. So I guess the answer to the question, how has my writing style evolved? Not that much. Anything I write about, anything I look at, anywhere I go, is always going to be through the prism of a guy who spent his entire life, from age 17 until not that long ago, working with food and standing in kitchens, a cook. Since that time, I've traveled a lot and eaten a lot. And so I feel really strongly, particularly as a proud New Yorker, about the relatively inferior street food scene that we have in this, perhaps the greatest melting pot of cities and societies in the world. Places like Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, Hong Kong have these incredible multi-ethnic, multinational, incredibly diverse and delicious food courts. Our food courts certainly suffer by comparison. It's fair to say that I'm a reactionary in a non-right-wing, non-Gledenbeck kind of a way. Meaning, for instance, there's a chapter about Alice Waters, somebody who, in principle, I probably agree with, right down the line, but in practice find objectionable. So I kind of can't watch Alice Waters on 60 Minutes, for instance, making her case for things that I believe in without getting angry and even hyperbolic. I'm not an advocate. I shouldn't be an advocate for anything. I'm too compromised by my the life I've lived, of the people I know, the people I care about, by my own lack of credentials and seriousness of intent. I'm just the worst guy in the world to be an advocate for anything. But I am the sort of guy who will cry bullshit when I see it.